So you've mastered the Clad Kennedy half-dollar errors. Now you're wanting to go down that rabbit hole just a little bit more. Stay tuned and we'll take you on the next ride. What's up, everybody? It's just another average stacker coming to you with another educational video. And before we get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you've highlighted that bell to be notified of my upcoming videos. Now, given how well received the last error video was, and if you haven't seen it yet, stop here, go back, and watch that first one. There's a link down in the description as well as a banner up top that you can click on to go take a look at that. After you watch that, come back and finish out this video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be focusing on 40% Kennedy halves. I originally was going to do all the silver Kennedy halves, but there was just so many different varieties and errors to look for that it was going to be too long of a video. So I've broken it up. I'm going to do the 40%ers now. Stay tuned for the future of the 90% Kennedy halves. So let's go ahead and dig in to the 40% 1965 to 1970 Kennedy half dollars for errors. Now, as I've stated in the past video, I only search for the PCGS recognized errors because there's only so much time that allows, because there are so many different ones that you can potentially look for, and I just personally don't have time for it. So I focused on the major ones. This is in no way, shape, or form a end-all be-all of errors. Now, one of the websites that has become very helpful to me in identifying errors, gaining information, is a website called Variety Vista. Now I'm going to jump over to their website real quick so that you can see, and this is their homepage for Kennedy half dollars. There's a link below that'll take you right to this website, and as you can see here on the left hand side, you've got a homepage, design varieties, mint mark styles, DDO, DDR listing, repunch mint marks, etc. And this is the area that we're going to use in sorting through the different errors and so forth. And let's just take a quick look here as to how this website is used. If you clicked on DDO listings, it then takes you to a page with all the, and this is all Kennedy halves, keep that in mind. And we can see all the different mint marks and years that they have listed as some sort of an error. And let's take a look at this 68D real quick. And on this page, and we're going to come back to this, but you can see there's three different errors listed here, three different DDOs. There's this DDO 001, 002, 003. If you noticed here in red, FS101, that is the designation that is listed on PCGS's website. So that's the one that we would be looking at in our hunt. So let's go ahead and go back to the home page. We'll come back to this in a little while. And like I said, there is a link down below for this. All right, so back over to PCGS, and as I showed in the first video, any of these pluses means that there is some sort of a variety listed below. So let's go ahead and start with the 1965, and we'll open up that menu. And as you can see, there is the FS802 DDR. So we're looking at a reverse, the first one. And let's go ahead and bring up a little bit of a close-up picture of that, and we'll show you what we are actually searching for on that reverse of the 1965. As you can see along these stars below America or beside America, you can see the doubling in them, as well as doubling on this C and on the A, and on the R through here. This is going to be your primary markers in searching for this coin. Now, there's also doubling along these stars. They're not as prominent, but they are there. So that is going to be your FS, or excuse me, that is the FS802. And again, around America on the reverse, the doubling of the stars and the doubling of America letters. That takes care of your 65. That's the only one that you need to worry about for 65. Now let's go ahead and open up the 66. And we have one DDO, DDO FS101. And we'll go ahead and pull up a closer picture of that. Excuse me. And down here in Trust, and let me go ahead and bring this in. You'll be able to see doubling right here at the top of the U, the double serifs right here, as well as a double line coming around the bottom. Double serif on the T here, a split in the S right here, and there's also some doubling in the 6 through here. So those are going to be, this one is very difficult to pick up. It is not a very large spread, so it's a little bit more difficult to find, a little bit more difficult to see. So that's going to take care of your 1966. And actually, you can see a pretty good spread right here on the W and we. And the split serif right there. So let's go ahead and jump back. That takes care of your 1966. And we'll jump back to the listing of all. Now the 67, we have 3 different error listings to look at. And the first is going to be the FS102. Let me close some of these up. Okay, the FS102 on the 1967 DDO is you're going to have some split serifs on the U as well as on the T here. And this is again a very minor spread, so it's difficult to see. Now let's go ahead and jump over and show you how the Variety Vista website can be quite helpful when it comes to this. So let's go ahead and jump over there real quick, and we're going to go to DDO listings for the 1967. The FS101 is what we're looking for, or excuse me, 102 is what we're looking for. So we're going to scroll down. They've got the 101, the 103, and again, we're looking for the red letters. Okay, so the FS102. And here they have a brief description. Stop that. Stop that again. Here they have a brief description of what you're going to be looking for. Light spread on We Trust, the date, and the hair under the R of Liberty. So that's what we're going to be looking for. So if we go to the R on Liberty, and we're looking at the hair, you can see the double line. And Variety Vista gives a very nice breakdown of all different parts of the coin. This is going to be a better resource for you in helping you identify the exact markers. Now keep in mind that these double dies are all going to have the same characteristics because these coins were all made from the exact same die. And when that die stamps that coin, these impressions are what are left. Remember that the error is not on the coin itself, but it was in the die prior to the coin being made. So that's why they can say these markers right here are going to be the same in every single one of these double dies. Now there may be some different stages where the die is worn down a little bit, etc. But you can see the splitting here on G and God, as well as a line coming through on the O a little bit. You got a little bit of split right through here on the N. You've got nice splits on the T in trust. Good split on the U to the top right, as well as a nice line coming down the U. Real strong split on the S. And then coming over a little bit further, the split on the T. You've got splitting at the bottom of the 1 and double serifs, as well as on the 7 right through here. And the 6, you can see the line coming through here. So that's how I use Variety Vista's website. It's very, very helpful because they give good blow-ups of each individual parts of the coin. And that really does help when you're looking and you're saying, oh, is this, is that? You can come over, have a picture of your coin, take a look at these, make the comparison between the two. If the T doesn't look like this or the S doesn't look like this, and you see a shadow over here when it should be over here, it's not going to be that variety. So let's go ahead and go back to that 67. And as you can see, that's where the Variety Vista is going to be much more helpful in determining it, because this is a little difficult to see on this picture. So let's go ahead and take a look at the FS103. And we have some good doubling on God here. Nice strong doubling on the G and the O. So that's going to be your primary marker on that. So that is the FS103. Then there is the DDR FS801. Let's get rid of that picture and bring up that. And here we're going to be looking at the stars along here. And you can see the doubling on those all through here. Now let's go see what Variety Vista has to say about this. So let's go ahead and go back, because we need to get back to the home page for that. And we're going to look at DDR. And we are looking at the 67 FS801, 1967, FS801. And as you can see, once again, they've got it broken out, every little aspect of the coin. Nice description. Medium triple spread on all stars, including those between the rays and most inner serifs of the letters around the rim. So it's actually a tripling, not just double. It's very difficult to see that. But as you can see, let's get down to where they were in between the rays. Yeah, it's not showing that. I thought that was on here. But you can see this is a great resource to come through and to be able to check each little spot of the coin out. So that is the FS801, 1967. Now let's go to the 68D. And we actually have a triple die obverse FS101. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. And here it's very difficult to see because the tripling is very, very faint. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to Variety Vista again. And we're going to go to Home, DDO, 68D, FS101. Just always like to verify that we're looking at the proper coin. And this is a later stage die in these pictures. And what we're looking for is triple spread on In God We Trust, the date, and the Y in Liberty. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Y a little bit closer. Now, I can see just very, very, very carefully right through here and right through here that there is a spread. And we will go ahead and come down to We Trust. And you can see the inner line running through here and this line right through here. And that's again over here. And then in Trust, you can see, whoa, sorry about that, guys. Right through here on the T. That's going to have your best markers right through there. So as you can see, much more detailed information on Variety Vista's website. And that is going to pretty much wrap up our Kennedy halves. As you can see, there are many, many different varieties to search for other than silver when you're going through your boxes of half dollars. I'm really hoping that you enjoyed this video and that you come back soon. I want you to make sure you stay tuned for that 90% error hunt video and what you can look for on those coming in the very near future. This is just another average stacker saying thank you so much for being part of the family. Have a great evening. Hug a loved one. Talk to you soon.